Remember those glow-in-the-dark stars on your childhood ceiling? The original glowing materials weren't just cool, they were radioactive. For decades, people unknowingly handled dangerous substances in everyday items, from toys to watches. Today we're diving into the wild history of glow-in-the-dark science, from radioactive mishaps to the safe, glowing products we use now. By the end, you'll know the difference between the deadly glow of the past and the safe science lighting up our world today. Let's uncover the glowing truth. Imagine it's the 1950s. The atomic age is booming and toy companies want in. Enter the Gilbert U-238 Atomic Energy Lab, a science kit for kids that actually included uranium ore. That's right, children could experiment with real radioactive materials at home. The kit came with a Geiger counter, a cloud chamber to see alpha particles, and instructions encouraging kids to hunt for uranium. The idea was to inspire future scientists, but the risks were wildly underestimated. While the radioactive material was considered safe at the time, the concept is shocking by today's standards. Kids could literally watch radioactive decay in their bedrooms. The kit was expensive, and only sold for about a year, partly because parents started to worry about the dangers. This was an era when excitement for new technology often overshadowed safety. The Atomic Energy Lab wasn't malicious, just a product of its time's optimism. It's a perfect example of how our understanding of science and safety evolves. What was once seen as educational fun is now unthinkable. This casual attitude toward radiation set the stage for even more dangerous uses, especially in making things glow. The story of radioactive toys is a wild chapter in our journey with glowing materials. It reminds us how quickly science can outpace our understanding of its risks. And it's just the beginning of the glowing saga. Let's see how things got even darker. If uranium made it into toys, you can bet radioactive materials were used elsewhere, sometimes with tragic results. In the early 1900s, radium was the miracle element. It glowed beautifully, so it was added to everything: cosmetics, toothpaste, and especially watch dials. Young women known as the Radium Girls painted these dials by hand, using a technique called lip pointing, shaping their brushes with their mouths. Unknowingly, they ingested radium daily. The glowing dust made them look ethereal, but it was slowly poisoning them. They suffered horrifying health problems, rotting jaws, bone cancer, because radium settled in their bones. Companies denied responsibility, but a few brave women fought back, led by Grace Fryer. Their legal battle was tough, but they won, forcing the world to confront the dangers of radiation. The Radium Girls case led to major safety reforms and the creation of organizations like OSHA. Their sacrifice changed workplace safety forever. The story is a stark reminder: what glows isn't always safe. The Radium Girls paid a terrible price, but their courage saved countless lives. Their legacy is why we have strict safety standards today. It's a haunting chapter in the history of glow-in-the-dark. From glamorous glow to deadly consequences, the lesson was clear. We had to find a safer way to make things shine. The world would never look at glowing paint the same way again. Their story forced science and industry to change, and it set the stage for safer, smarter solutions. The Radium Girls tragedy didn't end the use of radioactive glow right away. For decades, radium paint was still used in watches and military gear. You might even have a vintage watch or clock at home that's still slightly radioactive. Collectors use Geiger counters to check these old dials. Sometimes they still tick with radiation. Don't panic. As long as the glass is intact, these items are mostly safe. The real danger comes if the paint flakes or the glass breaks, releasing radium dust. That's why collectors handle them carefully and store them safely. These artifacts are reminders of a time when glowing technology outpaced safety. They're relics of the atomic age, fascinating but a little risky. Next time you see an old glowing watch, remember it's a piece of radioactive history. So how do we get from deadly radium to safe glowing stars on your ceiling? The answer? Phosphorescence. Modern glow-in-the-dark products use phosphors, materials that absorb light and slowly release it as a gentle glow. The key ingredient today is strontium aluminate, a superphosphor that glows for hours and is completely non-toxic. No radioactivity, just clever physics at work. Charge it with light and it glows, simple and safe. This technology is everywhere. Exit signs, watch hands, fishing lures, toys, and more. The shift from radium to phosphors was a huge leap in safety and science. We replaced dangerous decay with the elegant dance of excited electrons. It's a perfect example of science solving its own problems. Now, glowing products are magical and safe. We learned from the past and made the future brighter. That's the real glow-up. But what if you need a glow that never fades, even without charging? Enter tritium, a safe, low-energy radioactive isotope. Tritium is sealed in tiny glass tubes coated with phosphor. The weak beta particles from tritium excite the phosphor, creating a constant self-powered glow. It's safe, The radiation can't escape the glass and it can't penetrate skin. Tritium glows for decades, making it perfect for military watches, compasses, and gun sights. It's the best of both worlds. Radioluminescence without the deadly risks of radium. Scientists found a safer isotope and a way to contain it. Tritium lighting is a smart, reliable solution for when you need light that never quits. It's not magic, it's just brilliant science. The glow lives on safely. There's one more way to make things glow: the chemistry of glow sticks. Snap a glow stick and you trigger chemiluminescence, a chemical reaction that creates light. Inside, two solutions are kept separate until you bend the stick and break a tiny glass vial. The chemicals mix, react, and release energy directly to a fluorescent dye. The dye's electrons get excited, then drop back down, releasing photons. Light. The color depends on the dye used. It's a one-time reaction. Once the chemicals are spent, the glow fades. No radioactivity, no charging, just pure cold light from chemistry. Glow sticks are fun at parties, but also vital for emergency lighting and safety. They're cheap, safe, and a perfect example of clever science in action. Every snap is a mini light show powered by chemistry. It's science you can hold in your hand, and it's completely safe. From radioactive toys and tragic mistakes to safe, glowing wonders, our journey with glow-in-the-dark is a story of science learning from itself. Today's glowing products are safer, smarter, and everywhere. Next time you see something glowing, remember the science and the stories behind it. What's the coolest glow-in-the-dark thing you've owned? Or do you have a family story about old radium watches? Drop a comment below. I love reading your stories and questions. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious.